Alright everyone, so I've been kicking around the idea of car camping, and of course being the first time, not knowing what you need, being hours away from the house and not having everything you need could be a problem. So I got the idea tonight that I'm going to test things out. So I have the air mattress in the back. This is just one we had laying around. It's like, I think that Intex brand from Walmart. It's a queen. Definitely, as you can see, it's probably a little big for the car, but it fits in. I got a military sleeping bag in here, should keep me nice and warm. Also, you probably just heard it, we happen to have a Mr. Heater garage heater. I do have it set at 55 degrees in the garage, so I'm not, even though it's 15 or 20 out tonight with a snowstorm going on, I should say plenty warm, or simulated what it'd be like in the summer in the mountains. As you can see, everything up here real quick. So I got my pillow, sleeping bag. If you aren't military or haven't ever had one of these before, these things are kind of the bomb. If you can find them cheap, but they do go expensive sometimes. 3 layers, so you got your little like insulated layer here. This can come apart and it's like a little sheet, and then this is a Gore-Tex for rain and whatnot. It's all 3 together, so you can pull them apart and put them together. For charging tonight, I'll use the Noco GB40 right here and be able to charge my phone up. I'll be able to put it back. You can't really see. I'll have to show some other time, but I got one of those tactical seat rests, and I got from somebody else that actually, you can't see that either. I'll show them in the morning. You turn your headrest backwards, and that gives you support this way instead of going this way. So it gives that, holds the front of that up. I did have to put the seat slightly forward. It does seem that this is going to fit back here, and we'll see if it gets claustrophobic and if I make it the whole night because of coldness or whatever. So see you in the morning. Okay, so last night wasn't so bad. Having the heat in the garage probably helped, but it was 55 degrees, so in theory it's the same as what it would be in the mountains midsummer. The military sleeping bags are plenty warm, so I actually didn't even use the heaviest parts. I just used more of the sheet part of it because I was getting too hot in here. The mattress, as you can kind of see, does have an angle, but you hear people, right, they make the bed platforms to raise the ends up. I didn't notice that to be a problem last night. I mean, as long as my head's up and not down, I'm okay with it. The big thing I did notice is the claustrophobicness of this. As you can see, there's not a lot of room. Every once in a while I could feel my shoulders and arms touching the ceiling as I went around, as I rolled around the night. So that part there, I think that's mostly just because this is just a cheap one of those air mattresses from Walmart. I think they're like 10 inches, so probably if I had something like a 4-inch, 6-inch foam, that probably would have been a whole bunch better, and it also would have been more comfortable, because this thing was not comfortable. But I also might have had to air it up too much anyways. What I'll do is queen size mattress, or full size, I'm sorry, fits in the Outback. I moved the seats slightly forward, or not move them forward, but just put the, I guess, the back side up more. Only because of the fact that with the angle of the windshield here, if this was sitting down here where I originally had it, my feet were pretty much going to be smacking the back glass. So I moved it up to give myself a little bit more room in here. But this setup kind of worked for what it was. I mean, 2 people can sleep in there. I can't say it'd be the best scenario, but if you're just traveling and need a spot to stay, of course this air mattress will go down to super small. Probably could even fit down in the spare tire well. I don't know. And the bag, so all this could go into a small tote and still fit off to the side. I don't think it had the dogs in here just because of the air mattress. They might pop it. I don't know. But good way to test it. Instead of having to go out to somewhere remote and try to sleep in your car and then realize you're missing something, or something goes awry where you get too cold or don't have the right stuff. If something like that happened, I pretty much just go right inside of my bed and slept last night. So even if I didn't have a garage, so let's say you didn't, maybe you couldn't wait for 22-degree weather outside to try to sleep in your car. But you could always do it in the parking lot, or just in the driveway of your house. And then same thing, if you needed to evacuate because it got too hot or too cold or whatever the weather may be, once again you just go inside, or you realize, hey, this doesn't work or that doesn't work, go inside, sleep in your regular bed, try this stuff next time, and make adjustments. And like I said, I'll probably do this because the mountains don't really open up until July for the mountain passes. So I'll probably try at least 3 or 4 more times of figuring this situation out, how I want to do it, how I want to do stuff, what I need to bring to make this more comfortable. I mean, I've been in this sleeping bag hundreds of times. I'm not a big fan of this mummy style that has the feet tight. So, I mean, it would have been nice to maybe have, I might try next time some blankets and see if blankets will work just as well. I mean, but like I said, this thing is super warm. It has multiple layers. So like, here's, like I said, kind of like in the before, here's your Gore-Tex for rain. This is more like a sheet. It's like really thin. And then this black is your actual quilted insulated part. I didn't even use the black last night at 55 degrees. Also, because I've heard other people talk about moisture, I went ahead and rolled the window down just slightly here. I rolled, well, you can't see because of that, the front window down, kind of the same. And then I popped the sunroof. So that kind of gave through that. I did it on this side of the car because the heater's on that, and I didn't want the heat coming in the car because I want to kind of make this as realistic as possible and not being nice and heated. Also, might be able to see a little bit more now in the video. The headrest, I pull them out, turn them around backwards, so they would give a little bit more support because it leans back towards this. There was another YouTuber, don't remember their name, who kind of mentioned that, and that seemed to work pretty good last night because I don't have, as you see, most people put something in the middle here and I don't, besides a headrest. Like I said, that seemed to work so far. So more to come on camping, more to come on some new stuff. I got some more stuff that I'll do a review, like I did get some rain guards put on here. So we'll go from there, and then I got a couple other things coming that we'll do some reviews on. Thanks, till next time.